So today I'm joined by Brandon Leibel, the co-founder of Sand Cloud, which is a beach lifestyle company. Brandon, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I have to ask you, why beach towels?
So yeah, that is a good question. That is usually the first question I get. So the reason why we chose beach towels was because back in 2014, when we wanted to start a company and take a chance at using social media to grow a brand, we saw that beach towels had, it was kind of an empty space as far as brand power. We didn't really see any brands that specialized in it. So we thought that was an interesting angle, and we wanted to just focus on that and make that our core business so that we can differentiate ourselves and stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, that's interesting because instead of saying, I want to fill a void based on needs, you looked at it more from a brand positioning, saying, okay, is there a household brand that is associated with towels, and that towels is not this commodity, but that there's an opportunity for a premium brand. That's an interesting way to identify that market niche. Now, how do you go about positioning towels that, like I said, is fairly a commodity product into something that people are willing to pay a little bit extra?
Yeah, so, we definitely charge a premium price for our towels, and we do that. We do that, and we're able to do that by marketing them, not just as towels, but as other being able to be used as other things as well, such as a sarong or a tapestry or a scarf. We try to show that it has multi-function because we understand that they are pretty expensive. So we want to make sure our customers are able to see more of a opportunity with our products, and the mission as well of saving marine life and donating to a cause. We want people that believe in that and understand that part of their profits are going to a good cause.
So tell me a little bit about the storytelling, because I think part of the building a great brand is the fact that you have this incredible story to go along with it. So how do you pull in this Turkish beach towel that is eco-friendly and sustainable, and then tie that into ocean conservation?
Yeah, so when we first started the brand and we were just walking the beaches in San Diego, we knew that we had to have some kind of social mission in order to build a loyal following. And we thought that, what better mission and more close to our customers' heart than the ocean and the environment. So we decided to focus on marine life and beaches and the environmental causes, because we started on the beach. That's where our grassroots movement began. We literally were just walking up and down the coast in San Diego, talking to people on the beach about our brand.
Now, you have this initiative called Save the Fishies hashtag, right? So what is that about, and what are you trying to accomplish?
So that's just a little hashtag that we developed for Instagram and social media. It's just a way to tag our pictures and try to spread the movement through a kind of a hashtag that has a nice ring to it. At least we think so. And to this day, I'm actually checking right now how many times it's been used, and I believe it's been used 180,000 times. So it's being used on the daily. It's a way to further our brand messaging and organically push our cause.
So in a way, you literally have a beachhead around this hashtag that you essentially branded as your own. And whenever people are talking about climate change or conservation as it relates to the ocean, that hashtag is being used. Now, tell me a little bit about your social media strategy, because my understanding is that you guys have a pretty large following. How did you go about creating that momentum?
So yeah, we started, like I said, literally person to person on the beach, one by one, asking people to take out their phone and follow us on Instagram. And we did that for about the first 5,000 followers. And then we learned about, social media kind of hacking, like how to increase your following, without spending money. So then we were, in contest with other brands where the person would have to follow each company. And then we grew to about 50,000 followers. And then we were able to land bigger contests. And then, we caught a few lucky breaks it was really just being completely devoted to growing our social media following, where we just kind of learned along the way different tricks to do so.
Well, you have to share with us at least one or two tips for others that are looking to grow their brand. What are some epiphanies that you've had over the years?
Yeah, so I guess one trick that I would recommend to a beginner if they're trying to start a brand would be pick 10 to 20 Instagram accounts that you think your demographic is following, and then go to the pictures and go to the people that are commenting and liking on those pictures and individually send them messages. It just takes a lot of work. It just takes a lot of outreach. Like me and my two partners, we individually messaged hundreds of thousands of people on Instagram. Like this was our full-time job.
And what kind of messages would you actually share with them?
It was just like a very, simple message, pretty much saying hello, telling them, introducing them to the brand, saying, hey, love your profile. You would love, check out this new company that we're working on. I think you would like it. Super disarming, not salesy. We're not trying to sell them anything. It's just organic. And we did that for about a year, and it worked. So that's what I would do if I was starting a company today.
Well, I think that's terrific advice because, again, the whole genesis of your company was you were looking at where are the product categories where there isn't a strong brand positioning, and you went out. And unlike the messages that we hear online, what you're saying is you made it essentially a full-time job to make sure that there was that viral grassroots following by pinging and connecting with them in an individual basis, which to me is really the authenticity of what the foundation of your company is about. So tell me again, going back to, you started with the Turkish beach towels, but you've expanded that portfolio to other categories as well. What is that you're trying to achieve, and who is this targeted for?
Right. So, we never envisioned our brand becoming a full service apparel and accessories company. We always thought that towels is what we do and towels is what we're going to be forever. But as we continue to, send people messages, grow the following, get the hashtag out there, get people engaged with our mission and really buying into our cause, people started asking us for t-shirts and other products. So we tested a t-shirt. We're like, hey, let's see if this works. Let's see if our followers are into this. And we sold like 500 in the first day. So that's when we realized that, hey, we don't have a towel company. We have a brand. And let's see how far we can take this. And let's make sure that our entire brand centers around the mission, so that we're not just giving people that live by the beach or the lake, options to buy it, but now we can sell a sweatshirt to somebody that lives in Canada.
You're saying that Canada doesn't have great beaches?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
No, but I get the point is that if you sell a product, it's easy to replicate and easy to take market share. But the fact that you focus on a brand, it's much more defensible. And it's a lifestyle, like you said, and therefore you're providing more of a value-based strategy towards that target subsegment. Now, tell us a little bit about kind of the psyche or the psychographic of your target clientele.
Yeah, so our clientele it's mainly women. If it's not obvious enough on our website, it's about 90% female, and it's pretty much millennial and Gen Z. So we are, we're a brand consistent of customers, mainly customers that are younger, 18 to 25, who who are socially conscious when they purchase. They're people that believe in a greater good. They want to make sure that their products are coming from a company that gives back. And at the end of the day, we want to talk to different demographics as well. We want to talk to people from 30 to 40 to 40 to 50. We want to expand our age groups because we feel that our brand is suitable for everybody. and we just need to, get the message out there in a way that other people will understand.
Yeah, it's a great message, Brandon. I think, you really have the brand association with the right target segment. The fact that you have a story that resonates with that target segment, the Gen Z and the millennials that really care about the environment and the fact that they're going to inherit this earth, and which kind of brings up to, to the topic at hand, which is around climate change. So help us understand, how does towels connect with marine conservation, and how does marine conservation connect with climate change?
So towels don't really, so none of our products really connect exactly with our mission as far as the tangible product, the fabric. Although a lot of our fabric is made from recycled plastic bottles and things of those sorts, it's more that we want our products to serve as a way to spread awareness. So we want people, when they're wearing a SandCloud t-shirt or using our glass reusable water bottle or using one of our beach blankets, we want that name recognition to serve as a conversation starter, as a way for them to tell their friend why they bought from this company. And then we want the word of mouth, that message, to really spread throughout the world. So it's more that, we want our products to serve as a way to start the conversation and let people know that there is a brand out there that if you purchase from them, a portion of that money is going to go directly to the nonprofits that are making a change on a daily basis.
So if I'm understanding it correctly, it's almost like a Gen Z business card where you're saying, this is my set of values and principles, and I associate it with this brand, and I want others to know that I'm associated with this particular brand prestige, but also the ethos that goes along with it. And I love the fact that it's more about mind share, because it's a reminder, it's a visual cue for us to think about our behavior and the impact that it has on climate change. Now, when you went to Shark Tank, and I believe Robert had invested in you guys, what do you think was that singular point or message that really resonated with Robert where he decided to become a partner?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that it was a few things. I think that Robert, some of his biggest successes on the show happen to be millennial-driven e-com brands. So I think that was a big thing for him. That's what we are as well. And I think that he liked the fact that we had a mission that, is a very relevant topic of discussion throughout the world. It's something that affects everybody, no matter where you live. And I think he believed in the three of us as pioneers and well, not pioneers, but messengers to get the message out.
Now, let me ask you a question, because I'm not sure if you guys have received institutional investment yet, venture capital in particular, is that there are new business models that's coming up where they're not exactly VC, but they're not exactly the traditional startup. But this one entity, for example, if they see that in e-commerce, the microeconomics works, they will invest without dilution millions of dollars, something that's comparable to, let's say, a Series A, but without the VC strings and the dilution and loss of control. And all they're looking for is profit sharing, because they know that if the microeconomics work and you can scale it online through digital marketing and sales,
right,
you can actually be very profitable. Is that the kind of model that's right for you guys?
So you said they don't take equity percentage; it's just profit share.
Yes, but it's comparable to like a Series A.
Right, but what if you? So what's the catch? That seems too good to be true.
Again, if you can prove the microeconomics works, that's how it works. They're simply supercharging your sales and marketing.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely something that we'd be interested in. We're actually, at this moment, we are looking to raise money and, get some cash to grow the brand and throw some more money into marketing and build some other pillars. So maybe we can talk about that. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in learning about that if you have some information.
Now, on the flip side of it, I do want to have a little bit of discussion, which is I'm forgetting the name of the shoe company, where it was handmade shoes from South America, and they became very popular. Tom's shoes, yes. But the problem is their very success ended up being kind of their own demise, where they built a beautiful brand, and that brand stood for something where you buy a pair of shoes goes to somebody that needs it badly, right? But they couldn't quite get out of their Tom shoes. And then when the Chinese imitators and others came into the market copying those shoes, they start to lose market share, crack into other categories of shoes because people associated them with a particular product type. So how do you ensure that as you grow, the very fundamental storytelling that established your brand doesn't come back to hurt you in the long run?
Yeah, it's a good point. I think that with us, when we're expanding into other product categories and whatnot, the messaging and the story has to stay consistent. It cannot waver at all, because our story and the messaging behind our brand, as long as if we're not focused on a specific product and we're more broad and it's more of a high level mission where SandCloud, this is what we represent, this is what we donate to, then I think that will enable us to come out with other products. And if those other products are made from recycled material and they're sustainable and they're on mission, I really see that that's a way that we can be very successful and a very scalable brand.
So again, it goes back to, like I said, the power of the brand values and that mission statement being the product versus the actual physical product that you're selling. Now, tell us a little bit about, if you could just give transparency around the 10% allocation of your profits to marine conservation. Who are they? What are they? Where is that money actually going to? And how do you actually track the performance or the KPIs of that charity?
Yeah, so we partnered with about 5 nonprofits, and they're all very close to our hearts. That's when I say that, I mean that they're all very grassroots. They're all very small, and we know that every dollar we donate is being used in a very good way. For example, so we work with a few different kinds of nonprofits. So one of them is an animal hospital in Florida. They rescue and rehabilitate sea turtles. And then we work with a nonprofit in Laguna Beach, and they rescue and rehabilitate sea lions and seals that wash up on shore. And then we partner with a company called Ocean Connectors, and they focus on ocean testing water levels and making sure the ocean is clean and all that stuff. So we try to diversify our giving, and we work with companies that we have personal relationships with and nonprofits that we believe, are really using the money for good.
That's super. All right. Coming back to climate change again, do you have any specific tips that your customers and others can really think about as they hold on to your brand and lay it on the beach or take them with them? What should they be doing on a daily basis that's small but practical?
I think just eliminating single-use plastics is the biggest thing. It's the most practical thing. It's the easiest thing. And it doesn't take, it's very simple. I think that's a big thing that would make a huge difference if it gets compounded. We try to sell products, for example, our water bottle, our metal straw, because single-use plastic bottles and straws, the world consumes almost 1 billion of those a day. So, eliminating that would be huge progress, because not only does it make the world a messy place on the streets, and then it gets into the ocean, it ends up inside of the marine animals, and then we eat that. So we end up eating the plastic that we're consuming. So if we can do that, I think that's a huge practical step.
Yep, absolutely agreed. And then, of course, if you look at any of the reports, we know that in the next several decades, the amount of plastic found in the ocean may actually be greater in weight than the total fish that's available in the ocean. So it's significant, not only to our marine ecology, but also to the entire food chain. And of course, we're the consumer of that. Tell us about some exciting upcoming projects or new products that you're looking to launch.
Yeah, so something that's pretty exciting that we're working on is we're coming out with a line of recycled kids shirts. We understand that the youth is the future. They're the ones who are going to be inheriting the planet from the older generation. They're the ones that we want to, get to early so that they live a life filled with, doing good and doing the right things to keep the planet safe. So we're excited about that. And then we are also working on some more reusable water bottles, straws, really trying to focus on the products that are super in line with our mission. Our goal is to make everything out of recycled material by the end of this year or by the beginning of 2020. And we think that that's very doable.
Excellent. And how can people follow you as well as your company?
Oh, yeah. So our Instagram handle is just @sand_cloud. If you just type in sand cloud and on Instagram, you'll find us. Website is www.sandcloud.com. Those are our two main channels. We post, and if you go to our Instagram, you'll see pretty much every day one of our different nonprofits is taking over our live story, and they're doing behind the scenes footage of what they're up to. So we like to give our nonprofit partners the ability to use our platform and really showcase all the amazing work they're doing.
So today I've been joined by Brandon Leibel, the co-founder of Sand Cloud, a beach lifestyle company. Brandon, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.